I still don't know how to turn off the goddamn camera. Mm. They won't even let me say anything. That's weird. It's weird as hell. Let me cut this fan off. Lord. Nobody. Picking up the stream. I don't know if it's my stream or. Oh my god, my back. I have to start cooking. Like, for real. Peace to whoever's on. I can't see anybody. Peace, bro. Can you hear me? I don't have to show my face because I ain't, like hair, everything is everywhere. But but it look like I'm gonna be okay. Look like I'm gonna be putting on me a scarf or something. I thought maybe the thumbnail would have showed up as a picture on here, but I don't see the options for it. I really don't, which is weird on my phone. But I definitely wanted to just chat for a second before probably while I'm cooking. I woke up this morning. I just like, this afternoon. I feel so detached. I mean, it ain't like I never felt detached before, but when you go through certain elevations within yourself, you start to detach from certain things. But I'm starting to, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm the only person in the world that sees this shit. Because I have not met anybody else that sees the world like I see it. And maybe I haven't, maybe it is some people out there. I just have not connected to those people. or maybe I'm not explaining it in a way where people can understand it. But I've been saying it for years though. Not even for years. I've been saying it for like probably what the last couple years that I don't even see this world the way people see it. Like it's totally different for me. Like I see outside, inside. Like when I mean outside, I mean outside beyond the earth. You know, like beyond the world, right? Pieces, peace. I see beyond this world. Like I'm like in darkness looking inside the world. You know what I'm saying? And every time I see certain things in this world, it sends chills and butterflies all through my body. And why was somebody? Oh, this is good. Okay, we know they coming back tomorrow. Y'all ain't got to tell us. If my phone paused, it was the school calling y'all. But I be seeing certain things, and this experience it just really be like it sends chills through my body. It sends like right now I'm getting butterflies in my stomach because it's just like I understand what I'm seeing, but I'm just seeing it from a different level than a lot of people, and that's okay. But sometimes I feel like I'm alone on it because I see nothing but the pure energy of life. Like yesterday, we was like I don't see this it's like the suit thing. It doesn't even matter to me anymore. Like I don't see. It's like I'm seeing beyond the suits. I have seen this before, but not so much in detail like it is today. But like yesterday, we was going to Jason's birthday party, right? And all the cars, you know, they're in formation at the light, and you know they stop, they go. You know when it's their turn to go, like our turn to go on these. You know when we're at these lights. So yesterday, particularly when I was sitting there watching how these cars, you know, watching the cars go where they go when their light turns, and it just everything was so electrifying to me. Everything was so much of an energy pool because I wasn't seeing the vehicles as the vehicles. I see everything in formation when it comes to this whole experience as one. Like it was just like a movement of energy going to flow. And I'm seeing everything as energy nowadays. Um, and it's just the shit just be so mind blowing to me, y'all. That I swear, like I feel like sometimes I be the only one that see it, but I know it's other people that probably see it. I'm just probably explaining it totally different than anybody else probably would. But I just know for me, I just feel like I'm having this whole out of body experience, you know, and I've been feeling this way for a long time, you know, a long time. Even when I wake up out of my dreams, it's like, damn, I'm back here again. Yeah, you know, like I'm back here in the experience and where I was just at in my dreams. It's like showing me aspects of the experience. Maybe it's something I need to connect to in the experience or things that I need to reflect on in the experience. But when I wake up, I'll be like, damn, I'm back here. You know, I don't know if it's I'm just tired, you know, because I've seen so much. I mean, I'm not tired like I want to give up or, you know, I want to transition or nothing like that. But I think I'm just like at this a point where I've seen so much and I feel like I'm the only one that is experiencing certain things. So it's like it becomes like a frustrating moment sometimes for me because I'm just like, damn, I don't know if anybody ever fucking feel where I'm coming from because I don't even look at this reality like a lot of people do. A lot of people look at this reality like a hell sale. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I used to look at it too, you know, I still do, you know, as a reality that don't exist. I look at it that way too. But when you look at it from such a different aspect from where I'm at, it's like you can't help but enjoy the experience. You can't help but enjoy it because you know what it is. You know, you can't help but to. It's like being Mario or being somebody, whatever your favorite, video game star is, and you just collecting the coins of life. You know what I'm saying? The game to evolve or elevate in each level, right? Because we know that the thing doesn't exist, but the mind does, right? Because the mind is all. So me seeing shit like this, I'm like, damn, it's like I'm in a 24 hour, well, we know this is simulation, but a 24-hour game all day, every day, right? So when I be looking at stuff now at life, I can't help but to just like accept the beauty of it, accept the beauty of it all. But I just be so tired because I'm like, damn, ain't nobody seeing this. Like everybody's looking for a way to get out. Everybody's looking for a way to cheat life. Everybody's looking at a way to examine the life, but nobody's seeing it how beautiful it is because of the existence of all of it, right? I can't even look at a movie without seeing it for what it is, right? I really can't. I could be having a good time with friends and family, but I'm still seeing the shit, from an outer experience. Like I'm not physically in the body. I'm operating it, but I'm seeing everything from a out of body experience. Put it like that. I'm seeing it from that type of perspective. I feel like I'm just really detached from this whole thing, and I'm just walking through this thing and called life, and I'm just enjoying what I can enjoy out of it. But I see the blueprint of it all, you know, and I can't help but to see the blueprint in everything that I analyze, everything that I connect to, everything that I am, you know, indulged in, putting my energy into. All I see is the blueprint of life. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm sitting here holding a conversation with y'all, all I see is the blueprint of life. I'm literally sitting here talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? Not like, I know y'all are on the live, but literally I'm sitting here talking to myself, right? And everything that I see and connect to, I just see the beauty of it. But my dreams are becoming to be a little of a nightmare. you know, but when I come back into this experience, I'm like, damn, I'm here because I'm used to the challenge. I'm used to getting to the bottom of the root. I'm used to trying to figure out what do I need to examine and reflect on so I can move forward. Because now that it's becoming a change of reactions in my dreams. It's not in the reality no more because I'm seeing everything in the reality as the blueprint as it is, okay? Which is the guy's world, you know what I'm saying? Which is the guy's world. But now I'm like facing a lot of things in this God's world that it just reflects on my dreams. I just wanted to talk to somebody for a little bit because maybe somebody is experiencing life like I am. Or maybe somebody can relate to understand what I'm saying. But I just be seeing this life totally different than what I used to see it. I used to see it as, oh, this reality doesn't exist. Oh, this and that, this is hell. I used to see it at all of those levels. And I still did up until the point of yesterday. I'm just seeing the design of life, the design of it all. And I can't even say that reality don't even exist anymore because that shit cringes my stomach. It cringes. And I guess it's because I see reality from a different perspective. I see the blueprint of reality of what is supposed to be taking place. What is reality? What is life? I see it so different that a lot of people don't even understand that. But I see life as an existence, as the breath, as the flow, nothing physical. But I see how it operates through these physical genes and these physical bodies. And even the electronics, or the creations that we have created here, the cars and all of that. I see life through it all. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, even just hearing that reality doesn't exist no more, reality this and that shit makes my stomach cringe, y'all. It does. Maybe it's something that is, I'm gonna see eventually of why it makes my stomach cringe. But even saying that shit makes my stomach cringe. But I know reality, how it exists, you know what I'm saying? And I understand the whole reality of not existing, but that shit makes my stomach cringe because I understand the experience of it all. I understand the blueprint, okay? I understand life, existence overall. So are we simply existing or not? Are we simply just existing or not? Yeah, that's the question I'm on right now. It makes you think. Because I didn't even, and the crazy thing, y'all, I didn't even know bro went live. I've been asleep. So I just woke up with this in my mind. And I just woke up with these thoughts. I woke up with feeling this. I woke up needing to speak this because it's like, yo, if we're existing and if life doesn't exist, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because we can't sit here and not do nothing. Okay? That means you're sitting, that means we can't sit here and not think. We cannot create. Because when we don't do that, then we become a stagnant energy and everything fades away. I have seen this personally. When you do not create, when you do not move, that's the force of the energy in the movement. And if it's not willing in creations, then we become stagnant in nothing. I mean, nothing. You talking about existence doesn't exist? Nothing won't exist. If your mind is not pondering, if your body is not moving, if your heart is not pumping, if your blood is not flowing, which is all of existence of this blueprint, then what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Something has to exist, right? Because this is the only way we can have an experience. Even if it's just the water, something have to exist. Feel me? Something do. Now I don't know what bro was saying on his live, so I'm not going against him or nothing like that, y'all. I really don't know what he said. I just woke up with the thought on my mind. I really needed to speak it out. Peace, bro, peace. I really need to speak it out because I'm like, what am I doing? And it's just crazy because I seen not even a clip. I just seen the title of his video, and I'm like, damn, he's just talking about existence, and I got a whole different thing right now of what is this? What truly is this? There, because how are we having an experience? That's where I'm at now in my mindset. That's where I'm at my level. Okay, because if I could see the blueprint of every fucking thing just by watching a movie or just by having, I know I got my picture out, bro, because I ain't got my hair my hair on, and it's just I just woke up out the bed with a message. Okay, God, somebody told me to come and say something. Okay, myself. So I'm like, oh Lord, I ain't got my face, I ain't got none of that on. Let me just turn my camera around. So that's the only reason why I got my camera facing me. It's facing actually my table. But I just woke up with a freaking mind blowing, you know, I don't want to say it's partial of a message, but it's just like, yo, what are we doing? What are we doing? I didn't even know that. Like I said, I don't know what Bro's video is about. Haven't watched it yet, but I'll watch it in a minute. Maybe he can give me a little bit of confirmation of what I'm feeling right now. Peace, peace, sis. Maybe he can give me a little confirmation of what I'm feeling right now. Maybe it's in his video. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I woke up and I seen that he did a live, so I don't even know what his live is about. But I said I read the title, but I'm just like, life is so full of surprises, twists and turns. Okay, and you never know sometimes what to believe. Okay, sometimes you just don't know what to believe. So we try to go with the flow of shit, right? And we just hope, okay, and have faith that what we're doing is the way the other route to go, right? But like I said, I look at this world so totally different. I see the blueprint of everything. I see the blueprint of my people. I see the blueprint of this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? I see self just sitting in a mist of darkness, and it's just blueprints of this world, this reality. So my thing is, we know that reality is not what it is, right? It doesn't exist as far as we know, right? But what does exist is my question. What is it? Because we're not having life or an experience if we don't have something that exists. I don't give a damn if it's just water, right? Something exists, right? I think my mindset is coming from this is because I've been watching the alien movies. I'm going to get back to it, y'all. I've been watching this alien movies. And like I said on my post, I didn't know that Prometheus was connected to the alien movies, right? But Prometheus movie is trying to detect where humans came from. How were we created? This is what the aliens movies is all about. Okay? So when you're seeing this shit, and I'm detecting it, like I say, I see everything from the blueprint. You know, I see it from a different perspective. So, and a lot of y'all probably do too, right? So, I'm realizing too that this is probably why it's my question, because in the whole Aliens and Prometheus trilogy and all of that shit, the number one question is, where do we come from? Okay? But it's so many obstacles and so many turns and twists to it that I don't think we will ever get to the roots of where we came from. Or maybe we will, right? But we know that the existence that we are a part of is just an illusion, right? So illusions has to be fake. Mm. So illusions have to be fake, right? But the source of it all is something is really alive. Beyond all the illusions, beyond the reality, okay? Beyond the bodies, okay? What exists that gives us an experience? Right? Because we're not just floating out here in the dust of darkness. We're not just floating out here in the dust of darkness. There has to be something that is the root to life. And scientists have been trying to figure it out. Hell, I'm deep diving in my mind. Like I said, I can't get no further than water. So water has to be some type of source of life, right? Peace, pieces, peace. Water has to be some type of, well, we know water is an essential life, right? So what does exist? If we don't exist, I think me personally, the reason why, and this is just me, I don't really don't give a damn how nobody feel, but maybe it might be something you might need to hear, because I had to hear it for myself too, right? But I think what I've grasped is that we say that reality doesn't exist to make it easier for thought process. Hear me out. Hear me out. When you say something doesn't exist, you don't take it serious, right? You don't. When you say something doesn't exist, a lot of people try to be what, superheroes. They try to be superpower motherfuckers. You know all of this shit. This shit don't exist. We get superpowers. We do all of this, right? I'm telling you, this life experience is a lot deeper than what we think. Okay? It definitely has a root, okay, to the essential life that gives us the experience. Okay?
Mama, Mama,
I feel.
Mama, I want cake. They find my cake.
Okay, I will in just a minute, okay?
Feed Mama.
Okay, we gotta eat something first. You gotta eat something.
No.
You just can't eat cake.
I want to.
Lord. Okay, I'll give you something in a minute, okay?
Feed Mama.
I will. Let me finish talking, okay? I'm on live. You got hers. They hear you crying. They hear you whining.
I want you to give me.
Okay. And she love cake. But I think, it's like the more and more my mind just shifts and it shifts and it shifts. I start to see little things that I used to, I used to narrate. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole existence shit. And nothing's really real. So when you put that in a mind process of anybody or thousands of people, they're not gonna take the experience serious.
Mama. Mama.
Oh really? I don't even know. Listen, I haven't even watched this live. I really have not.
Mama, I want to find my cake.
I said okay. Give me a second.
Give my shit.
Girl, move. I haven't even watched this, sis. I just woke up. If you don't get out my room with all of that, you're not getting any cake.
Okay.
Okay, well, go that way. Let me get away from y'all. Y'all might see some stuff. I'm trying not to show my face stuff. Because, baby, I ain't got nothing on. But, y'all, I just like, when you put that narrative in people, like thousands and thousands of people, I have seen people shift in a way where when they like, yeah, this doesn't exist, I'm a god, this and this and that, and they really don't have a fucking care in their body. Like, they really feel like they don't have to take anything serious. Now, I'm not saying that you have to take anything serious, but you have to take something in consideration. You feel me? You gotta take some things in consideration because that's just how life fluctuates. Okay? That's just like, oh man, I don't take my health serious because I know I'm a god and I know this shit doesn't exist. Do you know how many people have transitioned with that mindset? Because they didn't take anything serious. I was one of those people. So I understand the whole mindset of, yeah, the reality doesn't exist, but something truly does though, yo. That's why we got an experience. That's why we having an experience. But the experience is taken out of proportion. It's taken out of proportion. It's taken out of context, right? It's taken out of context. Because we've learned to add on, of course. We know we are part of building this world, okay? We are extensions of cells or embodiments of this world, right? So we are part of the cell buildings, but something truly does exist. What does? If this reality don't, then what exists? Because something is truly giving this reality the breath, the essential life. So let me go back to what I was saying earlier. Because I'm probably going off in the deep end, and y'all know sometimes I could go far out there, but you really got to understand what I be coming from. If you just really just, sit there and just take your time and just kind of think about what I'm saying. Because it just don't make any sense, yo. It doesn't make any sense. The way I'm saying is like, girl, I'm not going through all of that now. Yes, it is. It's right here. Girl, here. Are you not getting anything? You better go and buy your business. I don't know what to say about this shit no more. Like, I'm enjoying my life more than I probably ever have before because I understand the experience. I understand the whole connection of everything. So I'm just really enjoying my life. I'm enjoying the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to. It's really not supposed to be any type of sorrow or trauma. That's just what we make life, right? You make life how you make it, and that's through your mindset, right? So I'm just like, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm enjoying this life. But at the same time, I can't help but to see the blueprint of it all. I can't help but to see the connections to everything that is connected to us. Like, I'm looking for the source of it all. And like I said before, I can't get no farther than just the water. I've been deep diving, deep diving, and deep diving, and deep diving, and deep diving, y'all. And I just can't go nowhere farther than water. So I just came to the point to this realization that this water is alive. It's the essential life. It's us and all of and all of us, right? So I'm just realizing what is really alive. I mean, I'm not realizing, but I'm connecting the dots to what is really alive in this thing. If this experience and everything else is fake, what is alive? So my concept has been lately is water. And I'm starting to see the blueprint of what water connects and what water designs and how water creates these luminous images. Okay. Okay. So I'm starting to see a lot of that more clearer. I'm getting there, letting go of detachments more and more. Yeah, it's like that's how I was feeling today. So it's like I know I've been detaching from a lot of stuff over the years because in this journey of self, you're going to detach from things from time to time, and you're going to reattach. Trust me, you're going to detach only to reattach, and that's the shit that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't get it. Do you know that I've seen myself? Okay, because we all know we've been what detached from church. We've been detached from religion, anything that's Christianity, anything that has to do with that, right? Only for me to be seeing myself reattached to that. Because I'm breaking down the Bible in a way that has to be broken down. It's rewriting, okay? It's rewriting the Bible in a sense because of the comprehension levels that we have evolved to. So you cannot feed us any fairy tale stories. We have to decode everything to find the truth. So I'm starting to see things like I got away from the Bible. I got away from church people for a long time. Only for me to reattach to all of that shit. You know? Like even in the Aliens movies Prometheus, they destroyed the gods. And I've said this before. You will destroy your god self only to rebuild it back up. Yeah, God becomes destroyed. In the movie, they said that's the only way that we can reconstruct. We have to destroy to reconstruct. So I just be like, damn, the water has been what? The most polluted shit in this earth. That's the most important thing that they've been trying to get to be unpolluted. It's the reason for that. And I talked about that a couple years ago too, but I'm not going to get too deep into it. But they talked about this. We've talked about that. Okay? How the pollution of the air, not only just the air, but the water, because the air is the same reflection of water. So, if all of these elements, which is the two key or the main key element, water, hydro, okay, is polluted, and we know pollution is dealing with not just like physical matter of trash, but the physical matter of trash in our minds, okay? In our minds. is what pollutes the air, which what pollutes the water. Okay? Peace, peace, sis. Okay? It pollutes all of that in nature. Okay? So, if water is our essential life and it becomes polluted in a way, it's going to slow down the process. It's going to put the energy, the flow of it at a stagnant halt where we cannot procreate or we can't create or we can't move forward. We're just going to be stuck in the same era, right? So there's certain reasons that the government or life, people that are a part of those higher ups, the government, right, create certain scenarios to keep the wheel turning. Okay, so we can move because if we don't have that boost, we're gonna be stagnant and we're gonna be stuck in a certain area. So a lot of those things do take place, but
I want my assignment.
girl, I'm not giving you no more of that.
I want to.
No, look at your lips.
I want more.
Do you see your lips?
No, I want more.
Oh my god. Like kids, like she's the kid that loves cake. But go get you some tissue. Get right there.
I want that much.
If you don't leave me alone, we're not gonna do that. I'm about to put on some stuff, y'all, so y'all can see me. But yeah, what does exist though? If reality doesn't exist, what is this? It has to be something. I remember years ago when I was doing some lives with a couple people, and I remember a saying that I said, okay, girl, you're gonna leave me alone. I'm gonna lock myself in the door. I'm not giving you no more cake.
I want to.
But I remember saying, we used to say that, the light has a child. Okay, light has a child. I can't with her. I'm not giving you no more cake, and you can stop following me. I'm not giving you no more cake. Stop following me, because I'm not giving you no more cake. You're gonna get your butt popped. I promise you.
I want milk. I want milk. I want milk.
Now you want some milk. You better leave me alone, Jen. I've been holding my dang on website for a minute. But let me get back to y'all. I remember a couple years ago, I used to say, light had a dog. Light has a child. And we knew that light had a child because that child was represented as Jesus, right? The Son of God. But I also said the darkness had one too. And lately, here, baby. Lately, when I said that a couple years back, it's been coming up. It's been coming back up. It's been coming back up because some things I was saying in my lives, in the earlier lives, a couple years back, some of those things, sometimes when you just be going and, you be talking, even if you're just talking to people, sometimes you don't remember some of the things that you say. It just definitely comes out. And those are one of the things that I said, but don't know why I said it, because energy pushed it out. But it's making a lot more sense today when I'm hearing it over and over and over again about darkness has a child. Darkness has a child because darkness created. Okay? Darkness didn't just only create light, but it definitely created. Okay? So, I've been diving more into that. I'm connecting these dots that I went through in life with, my lives and things that I've said. Like I said, this whole thing, we say that reality don't exist, but something does, my nigga. You can say that shit all day you want to. And like I said, that shit makes my stomach cringe to even hear or even say it. Because deep down inside me, you cannot say reality doesn't exist when it's something that does. Right? It is something that gave us life, that gave us an experience. Like I said, even if it's just water, it can be just the water. Because water is essential to everything here. Alright? So I just wanted to talk to y'all. Because I do have a lot that I do want to do with y'all. And I might just go ahead and do it while I'm cooking, because I wrote down some certain things to do the live later on, unless some of the stuff is in my phone, then I got to write it down. That's the only way that I would come back and do this live. But I wanted to do this live because, like I said, I woke up this morning with this afternoon with this on my mind. I actually was having a dream about motherhood, and coming out of that motherhood dream, in that dream, I was very protective of children in the dream. So when I came out of this dream, I really didn't even want to be in the experience because I was so tapped into the dream and trying to figure out what is it that I'm supposed to do with this motherhood thing, because it was connecting some dots to another person that I'm connected to as family, but I was seeing it overall of me being like this major protector, right? Like, I see so much of things about myself. Y'all would be shocked if I told y'all.
Mama.
A lot of people probably wouldn't even understand.
Mama.
I've had so many experiences. I'm trying not to cry, but I've had so many experiences.
Mama.
What, baby?
How many food?
When I get done, you can get it, okay?
Okay.
But play on your iPad for right now. It's still charged up, okay? I've had so many experiences where I just see myself as so much certain areas of this experience. And it's like, damn, am I supposed to? I know I'm supposed to be here, so I'm not talking about like, am I supposed to live? But what am I holding in this experience? Because I see my life so much greater than what I give myself. Which area? How much? Did I honor myself? Because I try to honor somebody, other people more than I honor myself sometimes. But I see myself in so many different aspects in this life that it's beyond this reality, of course. But sometimes I can't explain it, and sometimes I don't even understand it. But even if I try to tell other people, it's like I can feel the energy of that person or those people are like, oh, she's trying to think like she's all this and that. But in reality, the energy that I'm carrying or I'm connecting to at that moment or those times is putting me in a certain era of this journey that makes me sometimes, kind of not want to be as attached to that energy, because I don't want to feel like I'm this immortal ass female, right? Because people, they still stick by titles, okay? People go by titles. So if I reference myself as this almighty title of I've seen this because I have walked like Jesus, and if I can't tell nobody else, okay, the only reason why it's became the Jesus concept of me walking like I was Jesus is because that's the only thing that I could reference. That's the only thing that I could see or connect to make let people to get people to understand the experience of what I was having, right? So ever since 4 years ago, I've had this. I had a vision, and that was the first time that I was seeing the blueprint of this existence, and how I seen every person walk right in front of me, a different version of myself. Now this shit freaked me out to the point where I had to hold my child. She was very small then, a baby. It freaked me out so bad that I had to hold her. And when I held her, it's like the energy overall showed me something totally different. Okay, from seeing all of my nieces walking in front of me, and it was like 5 or 6 of them, and seeing all of them are different reflections of myself, which made me understand what reflection of self was, right? At that time, so I understand it now. But the vision I had when I held Sophia, which is Genesis, yeah, that's you. Right after I seen all those reflections of myself, of different versions of myself through my nieces, I held Genesis because I freaked out, y'all. I really freaked out. It was some shit I never seen in my life. But when I held her, I gained another vision right after. And from that, y'all see her with all that cake on her mouth. And from that, I see myself in complete darkness. I don't know if y'all probably ever heard me say this before, but I've seen myself in complete darkness. And I think I've told Will this too. Even in complete darkness, and while I'm sitting in complete darkness, I'm sitting with mirrors around me. Like all the mirrors was in a circle around me. I'm sitting in a mirror, a circle of mirrors, and I'm putting them all together, side by side to create a complete circle. As that vision took place, and I seen all of that, and I didn't know what to expect when I seen it, holding her, I end up walking. I end up giving Jen to one of my sisters because I had to go outside, get a breather. Sometimes when you get these visions like that, when you gain visions like that, they be so much for you at that time because you haven't experienced those visions, and it could be it could be mind blowing. So I took that. I gave her to one of my sisters, and I went outside because I needed some air. I felt like I was gonna pass the fuck out. So I end up going outside, and when I went outside, y'all have heard the story of Jesus walking on water, right?
Yeah.
We all have, right?
Yeah, you do.
When I tell you, when I went outside, trust me, there's a couple people that was around me that can verify it. But when I went outside, I felt like I was floating. Didn't even feel like I was walking. And I also see myself in the image of Jesus, okay? And I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to be delusional. I ain't crazy, none of that bullshit. I'm not trying to set myself as a title for nothing. But I'm just giving you the visions of what I had dealing with myself, which kind of makes sense of why I'm looking at this world a certain way. I've never looked at it the way that most people still do because early on in my experience, I seen this. So when I walked outside and I'm feel like I'm floating, I'm not walking. I actually see myself as Jesus, okay? Like the Messiah, okay? That energy, okay? All over me, and I'm seeing myself as that image. Alright? So from that day forward, I have moved different. From that day forward, I have started to look at this world from a different perspective. That means I started to break it down. The perspectives of this life. I start to break down the code, the things that I needed to understand what was I seeing and what was I connecting to. All right. Now, when I tell people this, some people say, they might have had that experience. Some people might say they have that experience, but some people will say, "Well, damn, I don't know what to say." Right? You gonna get people that, Jen, come on, man. Nobody want to see that. Let's go. Or you're not getting my phone when I'm done. Stop. Go play the game with your brother or something. I know some people are gonna, say certain things, y'all, but a lot of people couldn't understand. Some people trying to look at it in a different way, entitlement bullshit. But it was really something of a force of energy that I felt inside of me. I don't know if anybody else ever felt it. If you have, maybe we could connect on it. We could detect it together. But I just never, ever experienced that. But those visions still run with me so heavy. So heavy to a point I know it's a key to something that I'm going to be connecting to. That the deeper I go into this thing, this is sensual life, okay, that it's going to connect to something, right? We all have a purpose here. We do, all right? Even in the movies or whatever, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a duty, right? Okay? And it's no one over the other, but everybody has a duty in this experience as well. Okay? Even if it's just you moving backwards, and even if it's just you moving forward, everybody has a duty in this experience. Okay? So we can't really single out that the experience doesn't completely exist, right? Because I've seen more to this experience that pretty much I don't know if a lot of people have, which kind of makes me feel like I'm singled out in certain things because sometimes y'all can get me when I'm talking about it. You know, y'all definitely get me. But then some things I don't bring to the table because I feel like people are not gonna understand it. People are not gonna get me. I'm not gonna find nobody who's gonna be able to give me the confirmation of what I'm looking at or the confirmation of what I'm experiencing. Is it something that is just something that's my duty that I need to carry and I need to hold into to the divine timing of me seeing the overall picture of it all. And I'm not just really just. I know I want y'all to think I'm just really just talking because I'm really not, but it's really something that just came to me this morning. Like, yo, waking up out of my dream, I felt like I was just not a part of this world anymore at all. Even when I had that vision of being the Messiah, being Jesus, I didn't feel like I was a part of this world at all. And I've been feeling like that ever since. But even so more today. Like, I think it's so different when you have children. If I didn't have any kids, I probably could run with that whole narrative of this life doesn't exist. It's just a simulation. It's just this, and that. But life exists for a reason. And if I didn't have any kids, I probably could, like I said, I could live that way. I could have that thought process. It'd be easier to go with that flow. But when you have children or you have family that's connected to you so deeply strong, it's hard to accept the fact that life doesn't exist. Okay? It's very hard to accept it. Only those who can accept those fate is those who don't have those connections. And I've learned that over the years that people who don't have kids, people who are not connected, deep rooted with their family, they cannot feel what I'm feeling. Right? Definitely feel alone a lot. Like people don't understand me, so I speak less. Right? That's how I be, sis. That's exactly how I be. Because it's like, how could you not? How could you not understand it? It just make me feel alone sometimes. But like, I can't look at the world the way people want me to look at it either. I can't look at it as just this big ass illusion. Yeah, I know the kids are not ours. Yeah, I know that, but it's something that is a wrinkle in disguise. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. There's something in the midst of it all. There's a wrinkle in disguise, which is really life, which is really what exists, which gives us the feelings and the emotions of this existence, of this life. Okay? It's different when you have kids. It's different when like I said, you're really deep connected to your family or even friends. People that you really bond with. It's really hard to accept the fact that this shit doesn't float the way it does. This shit is not existing the way it is. It's not real. I can't even stomach that shit no more. I can't. I really don't even care how none of my people feel about that. I mean, it might be a mixed signal for you because you might not understand what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? But I can't accept that no more because at the end of the day, something does exist. That's just like in the movie, like I said, they're trying to find the ultimate creator of life. And something created the gods, then what created the gods? There has to be something to it all. Right? There has to be something that's giving us the experience, the feeling, the emotions, um, the life force of it all. You know? And that shit is in all of us. It's in all of us. It's in all of us. No matter how much I see this world from beyonder, from the great yonder, out of body experience, the way I see it, I'm still that little girl that I seen in my vision in darkness playing with the mirrors. I see this whole existence from that point. Alright? Right. It's crazy to me that people can't see that.
Yeah.
So crazy to me. Like you cannot see that shit.
Right.
I remember seeing myself since like y'all. I remember seeing myself like this was probably like before I had the vision of me, as the little girl in darkness playing with the mirrors. I had a vision before that of me seeing my shadow self. Shadow self. I think I need to dive deep into the shadows because that might be the root to what I need to connect to. Thank you, Spirit. But I remember seeing my shadow self looking between these two eyes. Little person, just a shadow, looking between these two eyes. Have y'all seen the cartoon? What is it called? It's about I think it's like five senses, and they all live in the mind, of course. Okay. Oh, damn, what is it called? It's right in the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me. But that just came to mind when I was thinking about it. But I remember seeing myself as a little image of with a shadow, little small shadow, looking between these eyes. And when I'm looking in between these eyes is like binoculars. Okay, they like not just binoculars, but they're like the projectors of life. So you're seeing reality through these two eyes. Alright? While your shadow self exists behind all of that shit. Alright? I had that vision too early on. Which I actually quickly was able to gain the confirmation of why I was seeing myself. Because that's your authentic self. You are a part of this darkness. Alright? You're a major part of the darkness. We're just darkness period, right? But in the midst of darkness is what? It's just water. Nothing but flow of hydro. Water. Alright? But I remember seeing myself like that at one time too. I've seen myself in different aspects outside of this world versus, what most people tend to see themselves as. Like, they might see themselves as a different god or a different ancestor or, a fairy. Yeah, I've definitely seen myself as a fairy too. But I've definitely seen myself beyond a lot of that shit. All of the fairy lands and these different aspects of life that people say they see, like dinosaurs or the Anunnakis and all of that. Like I've been said before, and we've all said, it's just really a different version of yourself. In the mind. They never existed. This was something that we built in the mind, because if anything is, like I said, if water is the only thing that's an essential life, what is real? Okay? What is real? That mind is, because we've been building the mind with multiple dimensions of self. Okay? When you're traveling to these certain areas of your life, like the fairies and the Anunnakis, and people might see some devilish shit or whatever, you're traveling through the realms of your mind. or the mind.
Mama, what is it?
Don't get out of there.
What is it?
It's nothing for you. Get out of there. Get. Trying to look at this box. Get out of there. Okay, see, you can get it out. You can get put out. But that's something that I'm pondering on right now, y'all. I'm really pondering on it so deeply. It's like I rose up out of the midst of that shit. Like even though I was fighting, in my dream, I was very protective as the motherly energy. I woke up with like, what the fuck is this reality? All this reality is crazy, right? Like we can't really just sit back here and have that mindset of thinking and pondering on this existence of what it does, what it is not, what is not. But what it really is what we need to be finding the keys to. We've been wanting to know where life comes from and all of that, and I've broke that down so many ways, and I'm so grateful to see that it is starting to push in the wave of the energy that people are starting to pick up on it, because we got to get out of the narrative of the realms of the mind. You got to get out of that. Life doesn't exist. It's a narrative. It's a complete narrative. But once you go through that wall, you break through that wall, you get to see the blueprint of this whole thing. And you can't but accept what life truly is. For those who just come in, like I said before, when I went to my son's birthday party yesterday, this shit shocked me too, because I'm sitting here at the light and I see the formation of energy through the cars, through the people, how they moving, how they stopping. Like that shit gave me chills. It gave me chills because I can see. The way I see this shit. It's like beyond the fucking mind. It's beyond it. I'm not even tapped in that motherfucker no more. Yes, I said beyond the goddamn mind. Yes, I'm beyond that shit. Okay? Something that I actually spoke over myself years ago. With controlling your life, controlling your mind. I'm behind the whole shit. But I can't express that a lot because, like me and Sis was saying, sometimes, you say less because you don't know what people are going to expect. And you don't know how people are going to, receive shit. So some things I keep shit to myself. And a lot of that I have. But today's spirit is like, speak that shit out. Because it's going to be people that's going to listen. And it's going to be people that needs to hear that. Because at the end of the day, we can say what is and what's not all day. But I know one thing. If it wasn't for one source of it all, we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for one source of it all, we wouldn't even be here. We wouldn't even have an experience. Okay? The mind is the building blocks of the reality. That's it. And that's what I've learned. Your mind is just the building blocks of your reality. All of our minds together is the building blocks of Earth. Okay? So reality, as we used to say, it don't exist. It don't exist. Because it only exists where? It only exists where? In the mind. But who is the creator beyond that mind? Because something does exist. And like I said before, for those who probably just chiming in, also, when I used to say that light had a child, I was hypothetically speaking about Jesus, right? Not in that formation or perspective, but just in imagery of the Son of God, which would be the light. But darkness has always held a child, which has also always created. All right. So I'm tapping back into that energy, and I'm strongly into that energy, and realizing that this force, this flow of life is essential to everything that is we're connected to in this experience. So I'm seeing the blueprint of it all, and the blueprint can only come from water. It can only come with the flow. It only comes from the flow of it all. So when I see shit, even if I'm just seeing people walking, I see the blueprint, which is what the water of it all. I'm seeing the force of it. I'm seeing the movement of it. I'm seeing the illusionaries, luminous images from the water, with just a speckle of light hitting it. So I always been able to, well, I ain't gonna say always, but I have for some years now been able to see things from a certain dynamic. It's because of certain visions that I have gained to, and certain things that have put me in certain areas to see it from a different perspective of what this existence really is. But I cannot agree with the whole thing of life doesn't exist, because life is breath, and breath is wind, and wind is force, and the force of it all creates life, creates us. So that's really what I want to talk to y'all about. I'm actually going to come back live because I got some Bible verses that I want to dive in deep. I wanted to do it Friday, but I was so busy. I had 3 heads to do. I wasn't going to be able to make it to do it with y'all, but I got a word that I want to give and I want to put out with these verses that's actually going to put your mind in a different perspective. That's actually going to allow you to see this realm in the mind, because that's really it. Because the mind is just in the water. And I'm gonna bring some facts with that too. I'm gonna give y'all some things to see with that too. I don't know how to do it on YouTube yet, but I think I have to go ahead and just sign up for um the StreamYard, just so I can show pictures. Unless I stream it from my phone, which is showing everything in my damn phone, and I ain't trying to do all that because I, got some shit up and down. But I'm gonna have to call you back. She don't know I'm on the phone. But I'm definitely gonna come back because I got some dots to connect with this too, y'all. But I just really wanted to get that out because I woke up with that on my mind about this world, and I experienced a little more of it yesterday. I experienced a little bit more of it yesterday, dealing with what, and I wasn't even high, of course. I wasn't even high. Uh, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, I put the wrong thing. But anyway, y'all. But come in with it, sis. I am, sis, because it's a lot more that I've been gaining, and I've been walking through some shit. And I haven't really, like I said, been able to really just sit down and talk with y'all because I've been kind of busy with these birthdays and the holiday, of course, that just took place. But I've been writing, and I've been writing down stuff, and I've been gaining stuff like in my phone to bring it all together. But these verses is really gonna make y'all think on some real deep level shit of where I'm at now. With my mind, like I say, I see shit beyond that mind. I'm not in the mind anymore. I'm just in complete darkness, and I'm seeing the experience from that spot. I'm not even. I don't even feel like I'm living in this shit anymore. I feel like I'm just playing a role like we all do. Playing our roles, doing our duties in this shit. Um, but I'm gonna come back with y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get my food on because I do have to cook Sunday dinner, of course. Um, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be here on YouTube and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna break down a couple verses. I'm gonna break down a couple verses. Did I over I didn't overlook, but they just came back up. That just came back up that made me realize some shit connecting it to these dots that I've been experiencing for the last couple of days and seeing the whole shit from. I just see the blueprint. I can't help but to see it everywhere. To the point sometimes it makes me feel like I'm crazy, but I know I'm not. But that would be the first thing that we would come to conclusions of when we don't understand something or when a lot of people are not seeing what you're seeing, right? So they'd be like, damn, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? But I'm beyond all of that. I'm beyond all of that, but I know those thoughts processes comes up, to just kind of make sure that I'm not losing it. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm not at the end of the day. It's just some things that I need to iterate on. But I will definitely be back, y'all. I got to go put my roast on and my mac and cheese and stuff. I do have to cook. We ain't got no more leftovers. Oh, okay. But y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned to once I get my food on, I'm gonna come on. I'm not gonna wait till my food finish cooking. But once I get that done and prepped and everything out, I will come back on because I got all my information wrote down on what I wanted to talk to y'all about genuinely before. But just think about that, y'all. Just think about it. If life really doesn't exist, what does? What is giving us this experience? And I guess while I'm cooking, I guess I need to check out Will Live too. So just to know that he was talking about the same thing. So okay, we'll put it on. I'm gonna check that out too. But yeah, y'all just stay tuned. I will be back later. I just wanted to chop that up with y'all because I woke up with that in my energy, in my spirit. Well, it's the same thing in my energy, and I wanted to talk to y'all about it. Maybe just dive in it with me, y'all, because I'm feeling a lot of shit and I'm starting to see shit from a different angle. And I just need to make sure that what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling, it's nothing. I don't feel like it's falsy or false, but I just want to make sure what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and I'm feeling and all of that is just connecting the dots to what I've already gained. So I'm gonna break it down with y'all later. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Girl, you already got that on. You don't need these on. Put that on. I'm a coming in from South Carolina. Hey. Hey sis, you coming in. I'm about to get ready to get I told y'all I'm about to get off of here because girl, hey, and once you come over here too, you'll probably be able to help me. Like you'll be able to talk with us too. Because I got some shit that like I say, y'all, I don't know. I feel like some a whole different type of breed of energy in this bitch. And hell, I know we're not from here, but I'm just feeling this different vibration about myself. And sometimes I will have people that actually I mean, I do have people that I could talk to about it, and that's why I come to y'all too, because I know I could talk to y'all about it. But just think about it, y'all. If life doesn't exist, if all of this shit is fake, then what really exists? What is giving us the life? What is giving us the experience? So just ponder on that, and we gonna connect the dots when I come back with these verses. But yeah, let me get out of here. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later on, give me a couple hours, and I'll hop back on here. But as always, y'all, peace, love, and oneness. I know it seemed like I was rambling a little bit, but you got a piece. With my mindset, sometimes it just be like scattered, but it all makes sense. I promise you, it does. Because sometimes I'll be looking, listening to myself like, damn. But just ponder on that, y'all. Just ponder on it. Because I definitely can't accept that no more. I can't accept that life doesn't exist. What is life? That's what I'm digging into later. But I'll talk to y'all later. Love, peace, and oneness. And y'all have a great evening. Like I said, I'll be back on here in a couple hours. Let me get my food on and let me get hooked up with Neat Neat. And we'll be back. Peace. I don't know. I always forget how to get off of here, y'all. Peace, y'all.